So we finally know what this season is about. Now that we only have 3 episodes left. This is Vader Reviews. We are honored that you would join us. We'll get to reviewing Chapter 21 in a moment, but first, last week I had a wizard review of Chapter 20, The Foundling, where Jedi Binks himself saved Baby Grogut from Order 66, and the Mandos fought a space dragon. And it was a pretty wizard episode, particularly for prequel fans like myself. So where is my video, you may ask? It was blocked from uploading, because I used a couple clips from the show in my review. Clips that are still available on YouTube, by the way. That's where I found them. So that's why I didn't have a video last week, and needless to say, I was most displeased. But I want to take a moment to thank Battalion Commander Matthew Nicholson, because he still supported the channel last weekend, even though my video was blocked. Needless to say, the whole situation was equal parts frustrating and depressing. But your support helped lift my spirits, my friend, and I am most grateful. If you would like to support the channel, we have a PayPal and some wizard t-shirts for sale. Links are in the description. But now, let's discuss the return of Captain Cud in Chapter 21 of The Mandalorian, The Pirate. Now, maybe it's just because I've been sick as a scurvy dog all week, but this episode didn't really hook me. Seems like it should. It's about an army of Mandalorians fighting space pirates. But then, when your crew of intergalactic scallywags look like Oscar the Grouch, Pumbaa's flying the spaceship, and you've got a little Ugnaught Mr. Smee running around, the space pirates aren't nearly as intimidating as they should have been. So what's the episode about? Jake and the Neverland pirates here give the peaceful citizens of Navaro a wrong go of it, and they have to evacuate the city, like all 20 of them. Seriously, the whole population evacuates, and the crowd is pretty much the size of a small country church on a Sunday night. Anyway, unsure if they can weather the storm, Greef Carga sends out a distress call to the New Republic, who refuse to answer. But weren't they the good guys? I don't know, I guess it depends greatly on your own point of view. So naturally, since no one else will lend a hand, it's up to Discount Boba Fett and the Buckethead Brigade to save Navaro's space bacon from, well, space bacon, since the pirate ship is being flown by some dude in a rubber warthog mask. Now I know I seem like I'm being harsh here, and maybe it is because I'm sick, but I don't know what happened to this show. The action in Season 1 had grit and intensity, but in this episode, nothing had any punch to it. I never felt a sense of jeopardy for any of the Mandalorians or the townsfolk of Navaro. Sure, there were a lot of pew-pew laser guns and stuff, but I caught myself just waiting for the episode to be over, on several occasions. Simply put, from the emotional stakes to the staging of the action itself, everything was like the color grading of this show, gray and bland. At least for me. The show took a couple breaks for some more world building leading to the rise of the First Order, but it wasn't nearly as egregious as that whole Dr. Pershing thing. But what I find most confusing is that the New Republic is constantly shown as either inept, unfair, or corrupt. Almost like the showrunners are trying to say, the Empire was a better form of government. I know that sounds like an odd criticism coming from me, but we were the bad guys, right? And maybe I'm giving them a little too much narrative credit here, but it seems like Navaro functions as sort of a microcosm of Star Wars, as Disney sees it. Let me explain. When Navaro was under control of Moff Gideon and his Imperial garrison, while not ideal, it was at least a safe place to live. While Mando and his ragtag team of heroes clearing out the Imperial remnant are an obvious parallel to the rebellion defeating the Empire. Once the new car smell of Greef Carga's new rule wears off, we see he is unorganized and unprepared to defend the vulnerable people of Navaro, just as the unorganized New Republic is unable to protect its citizens from the First Order. But what makes all this even worse is that the New Republic won't even help Navaro in the first place, sending the message that the galaxy actually was better off under the Empire, and if so, what was the point of the Galactic Civil War And were the rebellion actually the heroes? Narratively, it chips away at everything George Lucas established in the original Star Wars trilogy, and expanded upon in the prequel trilogy. Once again, it seems we have paid the price for their lack of vision, because only now, at the end, do we understand where this season is actually headed. Because in episode 5 of an 8-episode season, the Armorer finally says it's time to retake Mandalore, and we learn not only did Moff Gideon escape capture, he was most likely rescued by an evil faction of Mandalorians who were loyal to him since he once wielded the Darksaber. This is the kind of story thread that should have been introduced at the beginning of the season, to build a sense of tension, rising stakes, and giving us genuine story arcs that we could be invested in. But instead, they've waited until we only have 3 episodes left to drop this little nugget on us, while the rest of the season has just aimlessly meandered about from episode to episode. In fact, I think I've only truly enjoyed about 2 episodes of this season so far. The rest has just felt sloppy and unfocused to me personally, and that comes from trying to shove Rangers of the New Republic into this series, leading to a disjointed and unbalanced season that reminds me of the look of Boba Fett. Hopefully these last 3 episodes will be so amazing, it will make all of my points moot. But if not, I guess that's just the way it goes. Before we go, I quickly want to say, don't let the ads on some of our videos fool you. YouTube puts ads on my videos, not me, so I'm not making a dime from these ads. So we still need your support to keep the channel alive. A link to our PayPal and our Redbubble store is in the description. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps out the channel, because the algorithm is not our friend. We'll be setting up a Patreon soon, and I will give you more details as they become available. Until next time, this has been Vader Reviews, and always remember, you don't know the power of the dark side.